Okay, welcome back everybody for another episode of Master of Command. Today we're going to be continuing our observation troop observation corps playthrough. Um, and we are going to be heading east. We're going to want to engage this patrol. I think there's a town or like a village over here that they've been visiting, so we're going to go over there. We're going to buy up some ammunition. Um, Normally I'd say we'd raid it, but we're almost halfway through this act, so I really want to get a move on, fight a couple more patrols, and then start making my way to fighting these encamped armies. So let's come over here. Ooh, winter's coming soon. Let's come over here. And I would force march, but we really need the replenishment, so I'm not going to. Oh, we can actually sell stuff for more here, that's good. Let's just see what they have. This is kind of cool. Really good grenadier unit. We don't have the money for it, but that is cool. Let's sell off some of our junk here. And then a lot of this other stuff is also junk, but I'm holding on to it for now. Just in case we should need it. I do like that tobacco, that excellent tobacco, so I'll buy it. And I think I'll buy the excellent Chevaux Freeze as well. Then let's buy up some ammunition. Good, that got everyone squared away. Let's also buy up a little bit of manpower. And then let's put the tobacco on this unit and give them excellent Chevaux Freeze. They can have good ones. I'm okay with them using earthworks. Here, you can have that. Then, yeah, I think. Let's see, 10 and 15. Yeah. So these are better. I could give you guys something. Everyone else has. Yeah, everyone has a field emplacement. Actually, well, we've already got a bunch of good items here. I was gonna say I could give it to them because I want to put them on the front line and have them using canister. Here, let's just give them an extra slot and give that to them. Okay. Now we're good here. Let's come visit this battlefield real quick. Maybe we can get a battle out of it. Okay. Maybe we'll get some cavalry out of this. We did. We got some provincial cavalry. And, I guess that pretty much rounds out our army a little bit. So what I could do is I could put both of our cavalry units over here. I could upgrade them into artillery, and then I could turn these guys into musketeers, and then we could just have two like really big converged musketeer units in this we're gonna call it mixed artillery. We'll just call it a mixed brigade, because then we could have like two converged musketeer units, and they can kind of flex by being a melee unit like the grenadiers. Granted, they're not as good, and they can also be like a shooting unit. Or I could just have them be grenadiers. 15 and 20. Yeah, I mean, The Grenadiers have the same shooting stats as the Musketeers. The Converged Musketeers are better. Their shooting stats don't go up at all. I'll have to think through that one a little bit. But in any case, I think this is how our army is going to look. I don't have a better sword, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Okay. Then let's go ahead and get into this battle over here. Let's run after them. Okay, they've got a fair bit of cavalry. Let's load in and then do what we can. Okay, we've loaded in. We've given everyone their orders, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up a defensive line kind of along this hill, this fence line, this wooded area, and then along this fence line right here. Normally, I would be a little bit nervous about advancing against a mostly Freikorps army, but part of their army is going to have to get through a river, so I'm counting on that to slow them down a little bit. Over here we've got the Preobrazhensky, and we've got our Russian field artillery that we're going to let take one shot, maybe two, with the round shot, and then we'll switch them over to canister and have them unload into this Freikorps Grenadier unit. Provincial Cavalry will be supporting. They're not going to be, I mean, look at that, 10 melee. These guys are not going to be, like, saving the day. I just need them to chase down any units that route. So I'm going to put them over here with, like, our big, slow infantry units. Like, melee shock units, I should say. Let's start. Yeah, let's start getting our guys to formations here. How is their cavalry deploying? 2 Hussar units and Dragoons on this side, so I want to keep our unit cuirassiers over here. Maybe we have our Russian Grenadiers come over just a little bit. Okay, let's move you guys up a little bit there. Russian Provincial Cavalry come over here. Unit Cuirassiers can move up a little bit. Get unlimbered. Take your shot, and then start switching you over to canister. Let's move our general up. He's still kind of back there. Okay, their cavalry's starting to move. Looks like they're really centered in this area, spreading out just a tad bit. Let's try to hit the cavalry a little bit. Okay, let's call back our grenadiers. Okay, let's send in the reserve musketeers. Anders are doing okay. I will pull them back. Okay, back now. See what's going on over here. Panda musketeers, I don't think pulled out. Please come back. Hold your fire, and you hold your fire. And, shoot, the cuirassiers are in trouble over there. Okay, well, that is a problem, but okay. I think our cuirassiers ended up shattering, but I don't think they'll be dead. Let's switch back to round shot here. Okay, serve recruits. Pull back our provincial cavalry because these hussars will recover and come back. here come the hussars. Okay, let's... get close. The Panders will open fire, and then our veteran auxiliaries will open fire. Okay. And we're gonna hope our cuirassiers didn't get killed, because I was not paying attention when they followed the enemy unit into enemy lines. They are very low. They shouldn't be dead. Let's take the casualty restoration just in case. Okay. But yeah, they did not die. You guys don't need ammunition. Let's give everyone else ammunition. You guys can actually upgrade into skirmishers now. Congratulations. You still need 1 point, yeah. You guys can be musketeers, and I think I am going to make that decision. Turn them into musketeers versus grenadiers. And then I'm just going to sort out some of the easy stuff that we're going to sell off, and I might do some more sorting later on. I think whenever I'm doing like a lot of sorting, just trying to figure out what I'm going to sell or not, I'll probably just pause the video there and do that off screen, so that you guys aren't sitting here while I'm mulling over what to keep and what to sell. With that being said, can now advance over here and I need to get an officer, and I want to get artillery for our guys. That's what I need to be doing. Got here. Morale damage. Okay. Charge, combat effectiveness, range, stamina, reload. I think this is pretty good. If this last one is going to be mixed like artillery and musketeer units, I like this because all of those units, musketeers and artillery, will benefit from the stamina as well as the move speed reload. So let's go ahead and buy him. And then we need to get... I could just get a little pea shooter cannon. Don't have like a ton of money to be spending at the moment. Let's go ahead and buy this bronze 6-pounder. Then let's upgrade you. And give you... Actually, let's give you the smaller gun, and then you can have the larger one. And let's get that off. Give you tea. Let's give you canister. And let's give you a lumber chest. And then, oh, this we can sell. We're not going to use basic elevation screw. But you could use a toe worm, so I'll give you that. Now we've got spontoons. Here, let's give you a good spontoon instead of the blanket roll. And we will take this from you, put it on our provincial cavalry. They need to be upgrading quickly. And then you guys, we can give this Tompion. Okay. Satisfied with that. Let's do some selling. Anything excellent here? Excellent infantry hangars. Anything excellent here? Yeah, a really good treatise for artillery. Which this would be good on our guys that we're putting up front and using canister. An engineer. I think we already have an engineer, right? Yeah, we do. Drill master wouldn't be bad for helping these guys get leveled up. Maybe I will do that. So instead of your horseshoe, let's give you that drill master. Stable. Yeah, you do actually need you need a real cavalry weapon. I'm not looking to spend a ton on them right now, so let's just get them a hussar saber. And let's see, we don't need any units. There is excellent tobacco here and good tea. Yep, we looked at the foundry earlier. Couple of excellent muskets in here. We really need ammunition. Okay, let's get the treatise on our guy. All right. And honestly, there's a lot of really good equipment in this town, so I might... Oh, and items are cheaper here. So I might pause for a bit, organize my inventory, figure out what I'm going to sell, which I should probably sell off a lot of this, and I will be right back. Okay, I finished making some purchases. I essentially bought an excellent Sul musket, and I bought an excellent tobacco ration. I think that was about it for like big purchases that I made, and then I optimized a couple of items. I saw some people using things like I had a veteran fusilier using a veterancy gain treatise, so I went and I put it over here on this surf recruit. And I sold off some of the stuff from our inventory. We still have a hefty helping of items here, but I feel like most of this could be useful at one point or another. Maybe not this Hungarian horse. I probably should have sold that, but oh well. Yeah. With that said, we're going to keep on pushing forward. And we should be able to make contact with them. Get another... we'll get another battle going here in a second, so... Switch over to Force March. Let's visit this convoy real quick. Yeah, let's delay the HQ by a week. That's massive. And then let's pursue them. Looks like our cuirassiers are the unit that hasn't quite healed up. Yeah, let's go after them. Okay, they've got a bunch of fusiliers. What were these? Grenadiers. Veteran musketeers, a bunch of musketeers, and then a bunch of artillery. Okay. Then we'll load into battle and get to fighting. Okay, we are in the battle and getting started. We are going to form a defensive line along this fence line, these hedges, this hill, and this hedge. We've got the Preobrazhensky over here that are going to hold it down on this flank. Over here, we're going to put the Russian musketeers. They're going to be supported by the provincial cavalry. And this side of their line is the heavier side. It is the Fusiliers, and then they've got the Grenadiers over here. So I have put our melee units, for the most part, our shock units, our Grenadiers over here. We have the Munich Cuirassiers that are kind of just shadowing in the middle. I've got some surf recruits over here to provide some melee support if needed. Surf recruits are also going to be here to help the artillery if anyone decides they want to advance on them and cause some problems. But let's start spreading our guys out. Actually, here, let's see if we can... Yeah, let's set up our six cannon squad right there. And then put the recruits over here. Musketeers there. Unlimber, limber, unlimber. Switch over to canister. Wow, that was a great volley. Yeah, let's actually focus down those Grenadiers a little bit. Here's our Cuirassiers, here they are. Okay, great shot. Let's have you guys move up. Looks like they're trying to hit the surf recruits, which is fine. I'd rather them hit the surf recruits than the artillery. Let's switch over to canister now. Maybe I come over with our musketeers. The Grenadiers are going to be able to support here. That's the question. Are these guys going to try to go for the artillery? I think they'll be able to. Those guys are going to come back. Okay, they are retreating. I want to go after them. Yeah, rack up a bunch of kills. That's great. These guys are running. They shouldn't be. Okay, and then let's get ready to run down this unit. We're gonna let our guys come over here and regain their stamina for a minute. Now switch back. And yeah, that's great. And then let's knock out that artillery. We didn't take very many losses, so that's good. We'll either be able to take the veterancy option or the money and ammunition option. I'm leaning towards veterancy. I really want to get these guys out of being recruits, these guys out of being provincial cavalry. The other good thing about going for the veterancy is that it'll give us food, and then we can, like, force march around. So let's take the veterancy and the provisions. Okay, let's keep giving things to our melee units. Bloodthirsty is good. And we'll switch this from Grenadier Brigade to Melee Brigade. We'll spread out the ammunition. We'll sort out the things that definitely we're going to sell off. And then, yeah, let's get them breastplates. I don't think anyone can upgrade, right? None of them can, but he can. Okay, and then how's everyone doing on items? I want to make sure everyone's up to like 5 items. Okay, yeah, we're doing that. Good. Then I think we can move on. Got 60 days to come around and fight these 3 encamped armies, which I definitely think we can do if we're force marching. And then we can start to raid some towns. Oh, it would be good to come over here. Cheap ammunition and really cheap items. And we need to get up these slums. We need to not sell here because I'm gonna get less for it. Let's not sell here, but let's pick up some things that will be useful before we fight that encamped army. Heck, maybe I'll just buy up all of the manpower here. Just so that I don't have to take like the replenishment option after that battle. Okay. Then everyone is replenishing, right? Yeah, it's just that these guys are slow to replenish, and so are these guys. So let's get over this hill. Let's fight them. And then we need to go do the slum. And then go to that encamped army. And they've got a bunch of musketeers, a couple of Freikorps grenadiers, and Freikorps Jaegers and hussars. I might... We'll see if the Jaegers get out ahead of the other units, but if they do get out ahead, then I might throw our like surf recruits and musketeers, or Russian musketeers at them. Anyway, I'll do a quick pause here and get everyone set up. Alright, we're back and getting into position. We're going to be holding a defensive line here along these hedges, and then coming around this way. Not a whole lot of cover here, but we're going to be using our panders as cover over here. So I feel like that's what I might do with them, is almost act like these guys are going to be like a mobile cover squad, where if there's no cover, they're going to make cover for the unit behind them. There is some cover here, so we put our newly upgraded observation musketeers here, and then we're going to have our Russian canister artillery over here. What I've decided to do is I'm going to put these guys in places where there is no cover, because, I mean, ideally I shouldn't have infantry out in the open, so we're going to put artillery there instead. And then places where there is cover, we're going to be using our like round shot artillery versus our canister artillery. And I might condense this line just a little bit. Let's get everyone unlimbered and see how the enemy is advancing. That's right, Preobrazhensky are over here. I was like, where did I put them? A nice little hole here to fire through. I might back up a little bit with them. And maybe I'll try to straighten this line out a little bit. Okay, so here they come. Over here, they're going to be walking through the river, and then we'll probably advance to shoot on them. Let's turn a little bit here. Nice. Yeah, let's hit the Jaegers. Well, that's all you guys can hit, unfortunately. But I don't want you hitting the Jaegers. I want you hitting those grenadiers. Be better use of our ammunition. And he can probably get off one more volley with a round shot, and then we'll switch him over to canister. Don't shoot the Jaegers. Okay, then we'll switch you to canister. Let's put you down here. Are these guys Freikorps Grenadiers? Okay, let's turn these guys. We don't want the artillery to look like an enticing target. Okay, artillery's doing okay. Freikorps Musketeers are not doing okay. Took a nasty volley there. See what's going on over here. We can start firing. They're closing. Advance just a tiny bit with them. Now let's move up our Preobrazhensky. If they don't draw the ire of these veteran musketeers, we'll switch them over to buckshot and get in close. Oh my gosh. Oh, that canister works. It did a number on our provincial cavalry. Unfortunately, our field artillery is drawing attention here. So we're going to plug the hole with those Russian grenadiers. We've got hussars back here, so I don't want to act too aggressively with our serf recruits. Okay, let's charge in here. Okay, then let's pull back. I need to remember to keep a close eye on these cuirassiers. Don't let them get out. Do anything crazy. Yeah, I think that will be enough. Send in that cavalry. Let's pull back our cuirassiers. They're starting to move up with... their own cavalry. Let's hold fire here. Nice, they're still chewing through those guys. Pull them back. These guys recovered, so let's pull our provincial cavalry back for the moment. I think I'll charge. Charge into these guys. Where are our surf recruits? Here they are. Okay, now's your chance to get a few more kills. Let's pull you back. And yeah, ideally I want the surf recruits getting some kills here on these guys if there is time for that. And let's pull up our grenadiers. Okay, artillery did the job for us. don't think losses were too bad, except for that one observation fusilier unit that got charged a couple of times. So let's go ahead and run with the veterancy and the provisions. We should have enough ammunition to cover replenishment of ammunition. Okay. Let's get them a new upgrade. Don't love any of these. Let's do a reload or reroll and give them keen. I do like that. Get everyone replenishing. You replenish 33 men a day. That's not very much. Ooh, excellent beer. Yeah, we can give that to you. Then I could upgrade these guys and give them another slot. Give them that. Okay. I do want to reduce fire damage. Sounds like a good idea. So let's give that to one of our guys here. Not our grenadiers. Maybe one of these guys. Yeah, these took a lot of damage. I might hold them out from the encampment battle, depending on how soon we do that. Okay. Right, let's go do the slum. Let's just take the 5% attrition hit. Kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Now let's come over here real quick. Let's buy up some ammunition and then move down to that encamped army. Anything worth getting? They do have excellent tea. Items are more expensive here, but 2 excellent tea sounds pretty darn good. This cavalry lance is okay. We already spent a lot of money upgrading these guys. I could give it to him. So let's go ahead. Let's sell off all of our goods here that we know we want to be rid of. Okay. And then you don't even have a ration. Here, take that. And reload 4. Maybe I give it to you. I know you have a smaller gun, but I feel like him being able to move into position faster. And now I think everyone has a ration. Yeah, everyone's got a ration now. That's good. Yeah, I'm okay with you still having the coffee because I do like you guys moving a little bit faster. Okay. Good with all of that. I think that does mean that we can start getting rid of tea. I mean, we start getting rid of like all of our rations, right? Since we have everyone with rations. Ooh, but let's not do that here. They do have good chevaux de frise here. I like that. Okay. Let's sell off all of our rations here for a good chevaux de frise. And we can pick up a cavalry lance as well. This isn't bad. I mean, I guess we already have an excellent horse. So let's give him this lance. And then good chevaux de frise will slap on these guys. Here, you guys can take that. Oh, surf recruits, you can upgrade. Very nice. Here, let's keep our money for now because I know there's an encounter over here. And so I want to have money on hand just in case this encounter requires money. Okay, winter is here. We have a ton of food though, so I'm not worried. Okay, we have a little bit less food now. That's okay. Our army is smaller than theirs, but they must be bringing like a bunch of infantry. So let's go ahead and do I want to give you guys a wooden stake? Would that be helpful? Probably. Yeah, let's give it to our Russian musketeers. And then let's come over here. They are in Swampy. Oh, a field army, huh? Okay. I'm alright with fighting a field army. Yeah, let's fight the field army, and then we'll probably end the episode there. So let's move into a foraging stance and then approach them. Okay, nice. I wanted to keep moving towards them, but I didn't want to end up in the swamp and start taking like a ton of like attrition or losing a bunch of food. What are we up against here? 3 Jaegers, musketeers, veteran musketeer, a number of cavalry. Nothing that I will comment on, because every time I feel good about it, bad things happen, so we're not going to say anything. Alright, I'll pause here and we'll be right back. Okay, we're ready to start the battle. We're going to be holding a defensive line that starts over here, and then it kind of stretches over here. We take up position on these hedges, and then the line kind of cuts off over here. We're moving up field artillery over here that's going to load up with canister, take advantage of a gap we're going to create over here, and then we're doing the same thing over here, moving these guys up with canister. Our 2 little 3-pounder guns are going to sit up on this hill, and then we're going to have our iron 6-pounder and our Leghorn take up position in the field here behind our main line. Of course, we're going to be providing melee support. Russian musketeers are going to be here, Russian grenadiers here. We've got observation fusiliers that are going to form protective line here with these Russian grenadiers in support. And I'm hoping that it takes them a long time to figure out what they're doing, because we really need that time to advance. The Preobrazhensky are moving along pretty nicely. We might even take a more advanced position here because of how quickly they're going. Yeah, so they're taking their time trying to move up their line in a uniform manner. Gives us plenty of time to set up our own line. Okay, let's start spraying out the Preobrazhensky. Let's advance over here a little bit. Try to get the artillery on this road here. Okay, here come the Fry Infantry Jaegers. I am tempted to charge into them, but I don't know how their cavalry is going to react, is my only concern. Speaking of, get all of our artillery unlimbered. Guys are just asking for it. Okay, let's get turned and loaded. Ready for that cavalry. You guys don't need to pursue that far. Okay, and you guys can probably start moving to address issues over here. Good. Those guys are running. Your cavalry starting to look a little menacing. So we'll just make sure that we're ready for them. Oh, good. Yeah, yes. Let's keep track of our cuirassiers, make sure that they don't run away. Cavalry up there. Are these guys coming back? They are. Okay, where's our cavalry? Alright. Send our provincial cavalry into back back the artillery. Looks like some dragoons came back. Let's see if we can't all just fire on those dragoons. I should have had these guys moving up. They are done. So now try to knock out these musketeers. Okay, good. They are on the retreat. Now let's send in the provincial cavalry. And let's stay out of that firing range. And try to crash into those musketeers. You guys hold your fire. You guys also hold fire. Okay, they only got a handful of kills, unfortunately. think we should have enough ammunition to restock everybody. So I'm gonna go with the veterancy. Yep, we're good on ammunition, on manpower. Let's give our mixed brigade something good. Good with them dealing extra morale damage. That's good no matter what you're doing. Okay, let's sort out some of the things that we're going to sell off real quick. Cool. Could give you this treatise, which gives a little bit of extra range and cover bonus. Oh, these guys are so close. So close to being dragoons. Can anyone else upgrade? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, unfortunately no. But there are good basket hilt hanger swords, so give that to you. Oh, here's another item that we need to sell off. Yeah, why don't I give you this? Just for the heck of it. Or I could give you a canteen, increase your stamina a little bit more, and then give this treatise to one of our infantry. What was I saying that you don't have? I was thinking they need something. It's a ramrod, for sure. I don't remember. I feel like I'm depriving them of something. Got a gun tool, they've got a ration, they've got emplacements. Not sure. So I'll just give them this treatise. Then I'll feel like I'm not neglecting them. Okay. Feel pretty good about that now. Everyone's replenishing, everyone's got full ammunition. We now need to fight the encamped army. We will not be doing that this episode, we'll do it in the next one. I might drill for a day or two to try to get our replenishment up a little bit, and then we'll get into this battle. But that's for next time. Thanks everybody for watching, really appreciate it. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you in the next video.